TV America. Welcome back. Another episode, a new episode, FA Cup episode. Unfortunately, we lost to Man City today. We played Man City
earlier. The funny thing is, if we had come to you after the first half, we might have been pumped and excited.
I was very, because they were playing such great football.
Yeah.
So let's go to our lineups real quick. Who started for Arsenal?
Okay, and this is where the problems began with the lineups. So we had Gabriel like usual, but then we saw Holding, and we both went.
First, we had Matt Turner in goalie,
which was very cool to see, actually.
Exactly, he's a good footballer. I like
Matt
Matt
had a great
Turner.
game, yeah. And then you had Kieran Tierney over there on the left, and then on the other side we had Tomiyasu, which we were, you never know. Could go one way or the other.
Listen, I know what you're looking for. You're looking for your strongest side.
Yes.
Come out.
Or at least the right combination of the other players.
I agree. This is a cup game. Some players should play. But again,
yes,
we should also incorporate that this is a cup game, that it is a Manchester City that you're playing, which happens to be one of the best.
It's Man City. Just come out right.
And they play the best.
They play the best. So we had Xhaka and Partey sitting on top of the four. And Vieira.
Yes, and Vieira was on a side.
Who had a great game, yeah.
He had a great game marking Rodri. He did,
yeah.
But I thought that Odegaard should have started as a team captain. He needs to lead his team because this is a win or go home or draw and get another game.
Yeah.
Now up front we had Trossard on one side, Bukayo Saka on one side, and Eddie Nketiah. Okay, if you're gonna play Eddie Nketiah and you're gonna play Bukayo Saka, you gotta play Martinelli. Trossard is okay. He did great. He tried the best.
He did great. And I would have loved to see him play with Martinelli. Wow.
Martinelli needed.
So this team that started, okay, so Rob Holding definitely surprised us in this first half. Okay,
yes,
he held on really tight to Haaland,
still got the
and
card.
fought and still got the card. Okay, so logical thing to do is to substitute him.
So
yes,
first half was great. Football.
First half was great. We were confident in our team, and then the second half comes. And you make the first mistake, which is to sub Partey off. Number one.
Partey should not be subbed off. Maybe he's injured, maybe whatever. Maybe
we didn't know,
but number two mistake.
He should not be subbed for.
Sambi Lokonga is not a player you play against Man City. He came on scared.
Yes.
Even the commentator noticed.
It was oh my God, they didn't stop talking about it. Oh, please. There were several other options. Yeah.
And now, they score on us because Partey was not breaking the play.
It was such a simple goal, the way he tapped it and put it in so soft. But
I
really,
think the substitute cost us the game.
For Partey, you didn't put on who we hoped you would put on. So this was the main problem. We already had Eddie, who was not actually shutting anybody down. He'd run around or near the ball, but he never actually went to the ball with the intention of stopping it.
He was tired.
Tired. Okay, well that's fine. Everyone else was operating on But then you put on Sambi, and he does the same thing. He's like fake there. He's not enough.
He's not marking anybody. Yes. He was in the midfield after we were down. 70th minute, 71 minute.
Yeah.
We stopped playing.
Yes, completely.
I was looking away, not to be
discouraged. Absolutely, because once we saw this gap all of a sudden appear in our midfield where it was not before, all of a sudden the space between the 4 and the 4 and the 4 and the 3 was too much, all filled with Man City. How are you going to expect to do anything when there's a huge disconnect? Until they put on the rest of the subs. And Xhaka was a little free to do a little bit more.
When Martinelli came on.
Zinchenko.
And Odegaard came on.
Yes. Well, there's just so many things you could have done differently that are frustrating. For example, subbed off Saka. There's no reason we should have lost that game. Because we went at them the first half hard. We gave it to them for real. We played hard. They were playing wonderfully too. Don't get us wrong. They were playing beautiful football. But we were competing and we were there. All of our players would make sure they didn't have any time on the ball. As soon as they even received the ball, we were there. 2 or 3 players. So how could it be such a different... It's definitely a tale of two halves, this game. And it's frustrating because there's no reason we should have lost this.
And then again, there's also... I'm going to go back to Trossard.
It is an interesting game to start him on. I agree. Right off the bat. Yeah, as a sub.
Manchester City. You got
in a FA Cup
where
it matters.
But
it was about him being isolated. He had so many good movements on the ball. His touches were beautiful. His ability to keep the ball was second to none. But that's where the problem came. He'd hold on to it, and no teammate will come to
That's right.
save
To
him.
help him. You gotta help him.
So he's actually a really good player. But yeah, like you said, this was not the game to put him on, maybe. And
I thought Fabio Vieira did decent.
I thought he had a great
Not
game,
bad,
actually.
but
Like you said, Vieira did have a great game, and I think he's a great player. But he never should have started to begin with. This is a physical game. Man City's a physical team. He's very little. Yes, you could have put Marquinhos on at any time.
Yeah, Marquinhos is a big boy.
A physical player who's strong. And we still don't hear, after all of this stuff, we still don't hear anything about Arteta. If they're winning, Arteta's doing great. It's amazing. When we lose, it's something else. They make it something else.
Absolutely
yeah, because honestly, it's not even about the FA Cup. It's just about you shouldn't have lost this game.
I know. I understand. I don't know why he always loses to Manchester City.
I've been saying for a long time, sabotage. He's a sabotager. I'd rather have the Premier League than the FA Cup if I had to pick.
So let's go back to that. Premier League. We're still top of the league. We're still ahead of City. I know we're gonna beat City in the Premier League. I wasn't sure we're gonna beat City in the FA Cup because I know Mikel Arteta have the tendency to change the team in the FA Cup. And last FA Cup episode, you heard me. I said start the FA Cup next time with Arsenal, real.
Yes,
team,
you said don't play. This is not the time to play the second top. And we don't even have. We have such good players that our first, second, third team are really still good if you play the right combination.
Yes.
But like you said, they should have just come out with the best team. There's no reason not to. Were any of them hurt?
There's no reason that Ben White is outside.
Absolutely. I feel like we missed his intensity, his strength, his intensity, his talking, his
Zinchenko. Let's talk about Zinchenko.
Well, he came on and gave us a little piece and come.
Don't embarrass him and
They have him coming on later.
Yeah, later
under
when
pressure.
Down,
yeah,
and I'll pressure him.
Starting from the beginning. Okay, so if you could have picked the 4 defenders from Arsenal's squad, who would you have started with for this game?
Definitely, I would start Zinchenko, and next to him, I would start William Saliba and Gabriel. And then on the right side, I will start definitely Ben White. Maybe for one half, and then bring Tomiyasu. He did good, and he's fit. I need to win this game and get a goal early. That's what I would do.
Yes.
So
there's no reason.
If Saka wasn't playing as well, he's the one I withdraw.
Yeah.
The second half away and put Martinelli, in his place, or put
we
Marquinhos.
Needed him.
I would right away take Eddie Nketiah and Saka, put Martinelli up front, leave Trossard even on,
yes,
and then play Marquinhos
See how
on
it goes.
the other side. There's a right.
Oh man, I wish
right-footed winger coming from the left. And there's a left-footed winger coming from the right, which is what we do.
I would have loved to have seen that game. Exactly. You make me want to watch that game. Yes. That would have been the game to watch.
You leave Partey and Xhaka. You need to leave them the whole time.
Even Vieira, if you wanted, could have been stayed. But
hey, listen,
put on Odie, put on Nini, put on
Odegaard as the team captain. He should not be absent in any.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good point.
Game that will send you home if you don't win.
Yes, and exactly. And why is Xhaka the one who's always playing, but he's not team captain? Yeah, that's a whole nother episode for him.
Yeah, but again, play both of them.
Play both of them.
You need Xhaka.
Please.
Martin Odegaard.
Play the right combination. Anytime we'd find a way to neutralize whoever, Rodri, like you said, for example, and Haaland for a little while, they'd find a way to put a better sub on. It's all about the coaches.
Plus, this is the one team that you should always beat because you know every one of them. As a manager, you've been there. You worked with them. You know their strength. You know their weaknesses. Anyways, we lost. We move forward. Next for us
in the Premier League.
Premier League, yes. We go Saturday, is it?
Saturday, February 4th.
4th. And Goodison Park, it is. We
play.
Will play.
These Evertonians.
Frank Lampard, Everton. If Frank Lampard is still there by the time we get to that game.
Hopefully.
One of the worst, if not the worst managers in the Premier League right now. Everton is not performing well. We should go there pissed off,
fully angry.
We need to get about getting, get the win.
Get the win.
Get the win, Arsenal. Get the win.
Get the book. Get the win.
Get the win. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you, Jaguar fans.
And don't forget to
subscribe. And then like and share.
And then subscribe.
Please.
And subscribe and like and share. Thank you so much.